We can't play the next turn now because we don't know who's supposed to take it.
What do you mean? It's obviously my turn now. You skipped yours.
We said we would skip our turn.
You said we.
But you nodded.
No, that was a side eye at best.
But I didn't cast this time vault, so how could I be skipping my turn?
Look, you chose to untap that vault.
We chose.
There are consequences to our actions, Nelson.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I was in a traffic jam. There's so much traffic. What's the problem with these time vaults?
We started playing Highlander before the recording and then noticed this time vault on the table.
I'm pretty sure that's your time vault.
Well, I wanted to untap it with my Voltaic key.
And I wanted to untap it with my Manifold key.
But then if we both tap it for an extra turn, we can't figure out who takes their extra turn first.
It is integral that I get my extra turn before Nelson.
I think if you take your extra turn, I'm never going to see my extra turn.
Yeah.
Okay, why not untap them both at once, you cowards?
She summoned the Boldware Intimidator. All right, then. I'm ready to untap this thing. Let's take this extra turn at the same time.
The only cowardice I know is a 5-mana enchantment.
Here goes nothing.
Oh my god, we went back in time to the premise of our episode.
It's so clearly spelled out.
Yeah, this is young Nelson, Wheeler, and Kathleen, all inexplicably at 11 years old at the same time, just discovering our joy of Magic the Gathering. Let's observe them like ghosts from the future. What are they arguing about?
There's no way you can beat my well-wisher, Nelson. I'm just gonna gain so much life every turn forever, and you can't even kill her.
Did you see that game I won at lunch today? Have you seen Sardian Colossus? Sardian Colossus is so big, it doesn't matter how much life you gain, I'm just going to keep attacking you over and over again.
Well, if you're gonna play your Sardian Colossus's deck, I'm gonna play my Phyrexian Colossus deck.
What? Your Colossus is only an 8/8. Mine's a 9/9. Learn to read, bub. Come on. I'm going to get you.
The best part about Phyrexian Colossus is that you don't even have to untap it with another card, although I have the card to untap it at home. You can pay some life, 8 life, to untap it, and I heard that life is a resource. So if I'm attacking for 8 and then paying 8, doesn't matter because you're getting hit first.
Yeah, but if you're playing against goblins, you might not even have the 8 life left to begin with. So you only get to attack once. But if you trade for more soul rings like I did, I traded for more soul rings. So now I can play my Sardine Colossus pretty quick, and that way I can keep attacking you. I don't want to have to pay my own life because your monsters are already going to take my life points away. So I don't want to have to pay any of them for myself.
8 plus 8 is 16, which is bigger than 9, Nelson. Did you not learn math? Oh my god, you've not learned math.
But your Colossus only has 8 power. Wait, you're not going to hit me with the toughness too, are you? You don't have 2 Colossuses, do you?
Wow, you didn't even read that it has your Sardine Colossus has trample. I can't believe you missed that. Doesn't even matter though. Because if you said it has trample, then I would say that you need a whole bunch of creatures to block my creature. But my creature is so big, you would need to have equally big creatures. You've got to be, and you're so stupid if you didn't read that.
No, but I knew it had trample, but that's not what we were talking about. We weren't talking about trample right now. We were just talking about how big it was.
I know, but
and
I
yours
said
is pretty big.
No, but I said if you even brought up I knew you could have brought it up. I saw it, but if you didn't,
I didn't forget.
Your card is old enough to be my dad, dude. It's
I've had this card for a long time, and I like it. Okay, so just
you've had this card.
Back off.
You've had this card since like caveman
Your
times.
Colossus sucks.
No, shut up.
No, you shut up.
You can shut up. No, I'm not going anywhere.
Wild de Colin de Bin, Tabernacle de Colossus et tout. Non, hey,
ce n'est-tu par côté pathétique, ça garde son valeur, comme on dit au Québec, je tombe pas avec ton instruction sur le talon, ton chancre.
Why are you two yelling at each other in French now?
If you swear in English, you get detention.
If you swear in French, you get extra credits.
Even from a young age, you were gaming the system.
Yeah, I was pretty ahead of the game. I mean, Phyrexian Colossus still holds up, too. Like, that's easily one of the coolest Colosseum? It's one of the coolest dudes around.
Yeah, Phyrexian Colossus is okay, sure. But it's nothing compared to this new depth charge Colossus, right? Prototype for 6 or 9 for a 9/9. Doesn't untap. We're all familiar with that. But now you only have to pay 3 mana. It's like it's got the Voltaic key built in.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you beat out a 7 cost? Like, you can cast this Phyrexian Colossus off of Tron lands. And I mean, look at that art. And also, shut up, Nelson.
No, you shut up.
Kathleen, Nelson's not shutting up enough.
Kathleen, Wheeler started it.
Wow. Hey, look down there. Now you two are arguing about something else.
Kathleen. Hey.
What?
I'm arguing with Nelson.
No, Kathleen, I'm arguing with Wheeler.
No, Kathleen, I'm arguing with Nelson. So we both agreed that Nelson shuts up, and we want you to help be a judge on the neck because we're arguing. We have other cards.
We agreed that we would both shut up if you would come over here and tell us which one of our Gaia's cards is better.
I'm sure you both have very good reasons for liking your cards.
Yeah, Child of Gaia is a 6-mana 7/7 trample, and it can regenerate itself so it never dies, and you have to pay green mana to not let it die, but I'll never do that because I'm not a monster.
Oh, you're always going to remember your upkeep cost, huh? Yeah, anybody can take care of a hamster. We get it.
Actually, Nelson, Child of Gaia is not a hamster. Child of Gaia is more like a marmot, and we learned about the marmots in class, and the marmots are endangered, and if you try to kill the marmot, I'll protect it, but if I can't, then you're doing the thing that will get you thrown in jail, and you're bad, and it's a 7/7.
My class didn't learn about marmots. We went to the spawning salmon streams and smelled a bunch of dead fish.
Oh, no way. What?
Yeah, and it was raining, and I saw a cool tree, and there were
Oh.
leaves on the floor,
Oh.
and Susie slipped and fell on her bum. It was funny.
Did she fall in a fish?
No, she just fell in the dirt.
Oh.
Did the fish laugh at her?
Fish don't laugh.
I knew that.
I thought you knew things.
No, I knew that. Your card is old. Why are all your cards so old, Nelson?
It's because I've been playing since grade 3, Wheeler.
Nuh-uh.
No take backsies.
No, absolutely not. No.
And a bag of chips.
Nuh-uh. And you owe me a Coke because you were about to say nuh-uh and I knew it.
And I'm around the corner getting that Coke for you while I watch a movie.
Your card looks like one of the guys on one of my dad's CDs.
Yeah, well, your card looks like one of the guys on the cover of our biology textbook.
I showed your card to my dad, and my dad said it looked like a guy called Bob Seger, but Bob Seger could beat up your card, and so if some random old guy could beat up your card, then why would you ever play it?
My favorite CD of my dad's is his Best of Queen.
Oh, I ruined that CD of my dad by putting in my PlayStation.
I'm not allowed to touch my dad's stuff anymore after the incident.
What was I, some sort of prodigy? Look at me, correctly identifying how amazing Gaia's Liege is at age 11. That card's still so great.
Look, I may not have found out I was Gaia until I was 13, but even childhood Wheeler can see that the Liege is overall just underpowered and not worth it. God forbid my childhood brain has to process Titania Gaia's incarnate. Vigilance, reach, trample, haste, half those words didn't even exist back then.
Yeah, but Titania can't, mess with your opponent's mana, can it?
What do you mean it can't mess with your opponent's mana? It causes them to pick up all of their lands and other cards and shuffle up for a new game.
Sure, if everything works out for you and you can attack your opponent for lethal, but what if they cast some good spells with their mana that isn't all forests yet? Gaia's Liege is here to say no, sir. You will only be casting Gigantosaurus and Primal Crux.
Ooh, I can only cast 5 mana 2020s.
Yeah, well, what if their whole deck is blue and black? Think about it, okay? Maybe you're shutting down the Grixis player from 2-for-1ing you all day. There's the tilt factor, Wheeler. You gotta think about the tilt.
But there's the tilt factor, Wheeler. You gotta think about blah, blah, blah. I'm Nelson. I play 6 mana cards that don't do anything. Nothing's
so tired
ever
of this.
changed, dude. Nothing's changed.
How dare you?
Well, audience, what do you think? It doesn't matter because, as expected by this narrative framework, there's a third act. So let's see what those past rapscallions are up to.
Gaia's Liege is still better than Child of Gaia any day, but I had to switch to Autumn Willow recently because everyone's just packing all kinds of terrors and Swords of Plowshares all the time. So you got to play a creature that can't get killed by that stuff.
Well, I can actually kill your Autumn Willow because I've got my Apocalypse Chime, and it will kill all your Homelands cards. But if you don't have an Autumn Willow, I can still sacrifice it to my Atog and then hit you for a quadrillion damage.
Atog, huh? Well, how about I just start packing this Golgothian Silex? That's right, I can blow up your Atog because it's from Antiquities. Two can play this game, Wheeler. And you know what? I'm also going to blow up that Suchi, and you're going to mana burn for 4 at end of turn.
We don't play with mana burn at recess.
Can't cast another Juggernaut now, can you?
Who's a Juggernaut?
Is this your first recess? You don't know Juggernaut?
No, I know Juggernaut, but I don't remember him.
He's a 4-mana 5/3 that has to attack every turn, but he can't be blocked by walls.
Well, I'm still gonna blow him up with Apocalypse Chime.
Well, he's not from Homelands. You can't.
No, it's okay, because my cousin said he opened a pack of Homelands and there was a Juggernaut in there, and so it counts.
Your cousin tried to add a forest from his deck by tapping a land war elves.
That's how it works in Quebec.
Guys, the supervisor's done her smoke. I think the bell's gonna go soon.
Isn't this the same cousin that said Blessing just gives a permanent +1/+1 every time you put a mana into it?
He said it has something to do with the taxes over there.
Thanks for inviting me to hang out with you. No one tried to kick a ball at me. It was really nice.
Okay, thanks for helping us by saying that Apocalypse Chime is better.
Someone kicked a ball at you? If you kick it back, you might make a friend.
I tried that and they ran away laughing.
Blow up your Suchi with mana burn. That's genius. Also, the Golgothian Silex might be the key for us to get home. If we combine it with this Urza Silex, the blast might be strong enough to escape the temporal rift.
No, dude, Karn Silex is definitely better, dude. It's like an onboard trick. You can exile everything. It's basically a colorless pernicious deed.
Damn it, Wheeler, drop the bit already. We need to get home.
The day I drop the bit is the day I die, and I don't want to go home in an inferior Silex.
You know, Urza Silex can blow up lands, right? You know, Urza Silex comes into play untapped. You can set it up with a big mana turn, destroy all of your opponent's stuff, and then maybe even also play a Planeswalker from your deck.
Karn Soup looks hardier.
Urza Soup is better than Karn Soup. Karn came from Urza. I want to go home. Can we stop
Hey,
this?
hey. Let's just use both Silexes at once.
What are we, cowards? Of course we're going to use them both.
Fine, everyone drinks their soup together. 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Ah, perfect. We've returned home with no negative consequences whatsoever. But what did you think, audience? Which Silex reigns supreme? Put them in your comments below, I guess. I'm gonna go out and buy a coat. This has been Punt Counterpunt.
Why are we in Saskatchewan?
Okay, so you're going to untap this time vault with your manifold key, right?
I can't feel my hands anymore.
This new snow meta is kind of annoying.